Welcome back. Hi.
We're laughing right now because we already came up with the title for this episode.
And it's good.
It's good. Crocs or jail. The lightning round nobody asked for. We were talking earlier, and we decided we just want a fun episode. We just want to like do something silly and just ask each other some funny questions. And it's kind of be like a get to know you thing, and
we just kind of wanted to lighten things up. You
Yeah.
know, we normally are talking about things so heavy and trauma and healing and like that's all good and yummy, but like we're like, you know what, maybe our audience wants to get to know us better on a lighter level.
you guys don't often get to see the silly, retarded, goofy side of us, and that's a big side of us. So we're gonna try to incorporate those sides of us a little bit more here. But today we're just here to have some fun. So that's what we're doing.
That's pretty much it.
So we're gonna do lightning round. Now, was it another episode or some other podcast? I mean, that you were watching where they did like an unexpected lightning round. And
Yes.
Just
Yes, like the last 5 questions. And this was like a big name star that they were interviewing. They're like, okay, let's do a lightning round. And I'm like, you know what? That's a great idea. So Melanie and I have been working tirelessly this afternoon on all of these questions. And some of them we're both going to answer. Some of them just one of us it resonates with. So we're just going to like see what happens.
we're just gonna be weird and retarded.
Yes.
We're ready for it.
And just goofy. But that's really us. So
All right, girl, you ready?
let's do it.
Gina, what is your most irrational fear that probably came from childhood trauma?
You know what? I have always had an irrational fear of tornadoes. And I mean, living in Texas, I guess it's not that irrational, but when I was a little kid, I watched The Wizard of Oz. And if you've watched The Wizard of Oz, it was a dang tornado that came and swooped up the house and it took the house up into the sky. And like literally after that, I was traumatized. Like that literally traumatized me as a child. And ever since then, anytime there was a tornado watch, even now, like I'm better, but like teenage years, 20s, 30s, 40s, I mean, literally anytime there's a tornado watch or a warning, I get sweaty palms. I do.
Do you ever think about how, this just makes me think, do you ever think about how traumatizing so many of the movies from our childhood were? Like, think about like
What
the
else?
Never-Ending Story, right?
Was that traumatizing for you?
Well, yeah. What was the horse's name? Was it Artak? Is that the horse?
Artek maybe? Artreo was the boy.
Atreyu was the boy. Artak, I think it was Artak. I could be having that wrong. I might be having a brain fart. But the horse, like my whole childhood was about horses, right? And here I am watching this movie supposedly for children. And this poor horse is getting sucked into the swamp of despair, and he drowns in the swamp water.
That was I cried. I cried.
Like, what was that other movie with David Bowie? That freaky, weird movie with the puppets and everything? Like, that was such a...
I can't remember. Oh, is it Ziggy Stardust?
No.
Oh, that was his alter ego.
Somebody's gonna know the name of this movie. Y'all have to tell it to us in the comments.
Wait.
But
No, I never saw it. But
anyway, there was some freaking traumatic movies when we were kids.
you're right. The never-ending story with the horse dying in the swamp. Yeah, no, that was horrible.
Think of like The Fox and the Hound and even Bambi. Like, why was there so much murder in children's shows and death?
I don't know. That's a good question.
We should.
That's a good one. Okay, Melanie. So, next question. What's the most chaotic, self-soothing thing you've ever done? I got mine.
Okay, so what pops into my head is it's not something chaotic to me, but other people will probably think it's chaotic.
Okay.
Is when I need to chill out, like when I'm self-soothing and I need to either burn off some steam or chill out, I go to the shooting range.
You've been doing that for a hot minute.
For years and years. Like, I like to shoot. So
That's one thing that our listeners don't know about you,
yeah,
is that you are actually very handy with the gun.
I am. I like to shoot, and I'm pretty darn good at
Yeah.
it, if I do say so myself. I'm a great shot. And that to me is the weirdest thing, because like when you think about it, it's like there's explosions going off. It's loud. It's it's a dangerous sport. But remember how we've talked about in the past, that a meditation can be really anything where time disappears and everything else goes away and you're just tunnel vision on whatever it is that you're working on.
Yes.
For me, that one of the things that does it for me is going to the shooting range. Like, that is the best way for me to like burn off steam.
I love that. And you know what? You've
Mhm.
been doing that since we were roommates back in
Yeah.
Austin. I mean, that's when you got into it,
Yeah.
right? In the mid 2000s,
Yeah.
I think. And you know what? That's something that we have not done together yet. And we keep saying we're going to do
I
it.
know, anytime.
And we get too busy recording podcasts for our listeners. So we work really hard, but we need to play
I know
hard
we need to
too.
make some more time. What about you? What's a chaotic thing you do to self-soothe?
Okay, so the most chaotic self-soothing thing I've ever done, and this was recommended to me either by a friend, I think maybe a friend or a therapist, was um get in your car, and when you're driving your car, just scream as loud as you can. Like because like you don't want to scream in at your work. You don't want to scream in the house when people are in there. They're going to think you're fucking crazy. Like you don't want to like, and so the car is the most like isolated area that you kind of have. And so when you need to get some stuff out, like I have done it before. Like I was driving home from work, I think it was last year, I don't know, maybe 2 years ago, but was going through a tough time, and I got in the car and I turned the music no, I don't even think I had music on. I think I just screamed like to where my face was getting red, just like, I mean, just as loud as I could get it. I mean, by the time I got home, my throat was hurting. So I consider that a chaotic
Heck yeah.
self-soothing, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. But here's the question.
yeah.
Is it the kind of scream that keeps you in the feeling, or is it the kind of scream where you feel better because you just released it and you had an emotional release from it?
I felt better because I had because I was crying too. So it was a crying and a screaming and a talking kind of out loud. I mean, I would have not wanted any single soul watching this or watching me go off the rails, but afterwards I felt this peace. I felt it was kind of like having a good cry
Like
session.
release the valve.
Yep. Release the valve.
Interesting.
So,
and you like driving down the highway? This is good. Like
yeah.
they don't know that you're not just like
driving,
jamming out to like some
driving
gangster
down
rap
the
or something.
Yeah, driving down the highway, just I mean, veins popping out of my my neck. I mean, my forehead. No, yeah, that's a good question. Okay, Melanie, what healing buzzword would you like to ban forever?
Oh, the cringiest one to me.
Yeah,
and
which
this
one?
is going to probably catch you and some other people off guard.
Yeah,
The cringiest kind of like healing buzzword that drives me crazy is when people talk about my truth. My truth. And the reason that drives me crazy is because I am passionate. Besides this healing journey, one of the things that is my passions in life is the truth. So, in part of the truth community, and it has a lot to do with geopolitics and what's really going on in the world. So to be clear, years and years and years ago, when I first started doing the inner work and going and being part of the spiritual community, I was talking about my truth all the time. But what I realized over time is there isn't your truth. There is your perspective, there are your beliefs, there is your take on something, but there is truth as a fact. And then there is your perspective on it. I don't think that someone's perspective makes the thing that they're talking about the truth, because there is what happened, and then there is your feelings and your perspective on it. But my truth is sort of, to me, it's been a way that the spiritual community has sort of bypassed truth in order to justify wherever they're at and whatever they think and whatever they feel, instead of recognizing that there is a truth.
Interesting. I don't know if I agree.
That's
100%,
perfectly fine.
because
I've had this conversation with people before, and some people disagree.
different perspective. And, just because Melanie and I have been best friends for over 25 years doesn't mean we agree on everything.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting perspective. Let me say that. Yeah. But when I think about my truth, I think about, you're right, my perception of maybe what happened during an argument. Because, two people have their different perspectives. So I guess I can see that. But like, if there was a CCT camera taking footage of an event, like let's say there's a conflict between two people and it's out on the street and there's a camera right there recording the whole thing. The camera is going to reveal the truth of what actually happened. But one of the person's version of what happened is going to be different from the other person's version of what happened. But there is the truth that might not match either one of them. And either one of those people could be, well, my truth is this. It's like, okay, but that's not what happened. We could go down a rabbit
We
hole with
could.
that, but that's an interesting perspective. I don't know if I have a healing buzzword that I'd like to ban. Nothing really maybe there's different like buzzwords in general that give me the ick.
Like, is there anything little cringy that people do or say that?
Oh God, what's that one? It's the younger generation. Like these younger influencers. I can't think of the word right now. Maybe it'll come to me in a minute.
There's a whole
But
lot of stuff that the younger generation influencers say that, like, y'all, I just had a birthday.
happy birthday, Melanie.
Happy birthday. I just turned 44.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that there's already a whole younger generation language that I don't understand? I'm only 44, you guys. I shouldn't already be like, what does that mean? What are the young whippersnappers saying these days?
But we're getting older. Like it lets you realize that we're not young whippersnappers.
Am I already
anymore.
not cool?
No, we're already not cool, Melanie. I'm sorry, newsflash.
Man, I
We're
remember-
already not cool.
I remember when I was younger and my mom and my dad didn't know what the hell was what I was talking about. I remember being younger, being like, I'm always going to know what the cool things are. I'm always going to know what the new cool music is to listen to. No, I'm only 44 and I'm already way out of the loop.
I've got the buzzword I can't stand.
Oh.
Slay. Slay.
Yeah.
Oh my, when I first heard this word like months ago, heard an influencer that I actually really like. I really like her, but she would be like interviewing somebody or podcasting or just doing a reel and she's like, slay. And I'm like
seriously
like,
used it like seriously
like
in context.
slay, like slay. Like it's a whole thing. Like, yeah, I can't do it.
no.
So that's my buzzword that I'd
Yeah.
like to just like forever. Let me also add that we are both drinking a cup of coffee at 4:30 in the afternoon, and it just feels so right.
I'm okay with it.
But we
I don't
never do. We
No,
just had this
it's because we
discussion.
worked so hard
We did.
we did. We worked really hard on getting ready for today.
We did.
did.
And we did good.
And it's pouring rain out. It's been thunderstorming, which, by the way, if you are in the Kerrville area of Texas and you are, or you know anybody who is experiencing what's going down there with the flooding today,
Wild.
there are missing children. Can we all put our hearts out and raise a prayer for these kids and what's going on with these people affected by the severe Texas flooding?
Can't imagine.
Yeah.
Can't imagine right now.
And I'm going to follow that with a stupid question. Gina, what's your weirdest food combo that you defend to the grave?
Ooh, I couldn't wait to answer this one. All right. And
This was so dumb, but I like it.
it is so dumb, but I'm telling you, it hits. It hits. It hits. It doesn't slay. It hits. It hits. I will make a stack of saltine crackers. I will get some butter and I will get some grape jelly. It could be strawberry. I prefer grape. I can do this easily.
Wait,
Just
butter
and
jelly
and
saltine crackers.
and saltine crackers, and I will make a whole stack. And sometimes I'll just do this standing up in the kitchen. Sometimes that is so satisfying to just stand up in the kitchen and I will make a whole, whatever will fit on my plate, and I will slather butter and then jelly and eat a saltine with butter and jelly. And that is like chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Have you never had a saltine cracker with
No.
butter and jelly?
I don't think I've ever even bought saltine crackers.
Oh my God. I grew up on premium saltine crackers. Anytime you're sick, with some chicken noodle soup, whatever. Anyway, if anybody else knows what I mean, please put something in the comments that please tell me I'm not the weirdest person. Melanie, do you have a weird food combo? Do you?
I guess you could say it's weird.
What
So
is
I've been
it?
carnivore / paleo / low carb for like ever and ever. And they came out with these, they're called egg life wraps. It's like a tortilla alternative that's made from egg whites. And they're actually, well, they're a little spongy, I'll be honest. But if you wanted tacos and you're trying not to eat a tortilla, it's a good alternative. And so what I do is I'll get cream cheese and add a few drops of stevia to it and some cinnamon and mix it all up, and then I spread it in one of these low carb tortillas and roll it up, and it's like a crepe. It's like a little
Ooh.
cinnamon sweet
Is it
cream
like
cheesy crepe.
is it like a churro kind of?
It could be if I like.
Yeah.
No, not really.
Okay.
Anyway, but that's weird, I suppose.
That is kind of weird.
It's a little weird.
I don't even know if I want to taste an egg whatever wrap.
I bet in a regular tortilla it would be freaking stellar.
Sounds like it would
Yeah.
be. Okay. All right.
All right, what's the most embarrassing thing you believed as a kid?
The only thing that came to mind when we looked at this question was like the Easter Bunny. Like that's the only thing that comes to mind that I really
So you're
thought
talking really little.
yeah,
And that's
I
not
get-
embarrassing. That's 90% of the kids out there.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Easter has not in my Christianity, spirituality views, the Easter Bunny has nothing to do with Easter. So, and I don't even really know where that all started.
I think
So
it's got pagan ties and all that in
yeah.
there. Something
So
like that.
for
I don't
me,
know.
that was the most embarrassing thing. What about you?
Well, hold on. I want to know. Did
Okay.
you do Easter Bunny and
Oh, yeah.
Santa and all that with Max?
Yes.
Yeah.
Did all that.
Mm-hmm.
Easter eggs, hunting the eggs, the candy,
Yeah.
the money, all that stuff.
We didn't do that.
You didn't, did you?
No, we didn't.
You didn't.
And I can't remember as a kid if my parents, I can't remember if they did Easter Bunny with us, but I know that my parents did not do Santa Claus.
They never did.
No. And I don't know what their justification for it was, but with Violet, our justification is in our house, one of our core family values is honesty.
Mm-hmm.
And so we preach to Violet, you will never, ever, 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 ever get in trouble for telling us the truth. You will get in trouble for not telling us the truth.
Correct.
So no matter what it is, we want her to know as a teenager, if she gets herself into some trouble, we want to know she can always come to us and tell us no matter what it is. And we will never, ever get upset with her if it's the truth. Well, I believe in modeling behavior. So for us, the idea, when it came time, when she got old enough to hit that age of like Easter Bunny and all that stuff, it didn't feel right to me. It didn't feel right to, and everybody's different. And there's no judgment for somebody who chooses to do that with their kid, whatever. There is something to be said for the fantasy of it and the, all that.
Yeah.
But in our house, we decided if we're going to make such a big deal out of honesty for our kid, we can't be lying to her about other things. So, I don't know why I just squirreled on all of that.
That's a whole
That was
episode
a whole
right
squirrel.
there. Going.
Yeah. The most embarrassing thing I believed as a kid.
Yeah. Was there anything? If there was.
There
anything?
was.
What?
Yeah.
What did you believe?
So
as a kid?
I was absolutely convinced as a kid that all of our pets could actually talk and speak English, and they just
Oh.
weren't doing it in front of me. I used to go out into the barn and sit with the horses
Did you really?
and be like, guys, I know you can talk. It's okay.
Spit it out.
You can talk in front of me. I won't tell the other humans.
You really
Like I
used
had
to
a whole
do
conversation with the horses and the goats and the dogs. Just be like, guys. And you know what? Maybe talking about old movies, like the ways that when we're kids, the movies imprint on us. Like in your case, the Wizard of Oz traumatized you
Yes.
about tornadoes. In my case, like all these kid movies where the animals are just talking all over the place. I'm like, guys,
How cute.
I know you can talk. It's okay. I won't tell anybody.
You saw some Disney movies. That's probably
Definitely.
that is so funny.
Definitely.
Okay, this is another good one. Melanie, what's the most profoundly life-altering nonfiction book you've ever read to date?
There have been so many. I mostly read nonfiction, so there have been a ton. But if I had to go back and be like, what's the one that really, really shifted the trajectory of my life and the way that I think about things the most, it would have been long time, decades ago, for the first time reading The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz. And I was a kid. I would think I was probably like early to mid-teens or something
when you
like
first
that.
read that.
Maybe
Wow.
it was a little later than that. I don't even know when that book came out, but it was a long time ago. It was definitely not,
You were an adult,
fully
though.
adult.
Oh, okay.
I don't think so. And I could be wrong, but it was somewhere in there. I consider myself having read that very young. It was
Very
a long time ago. And at the time, having been someone who was so insecure and it was like that book was really part of what kick-started what I would consider the origins of the healing journey in terms of one of the first things that made the biggest impact in shifting the way I thought about things.
And I have read that book more recently. Actually, you let me borrow that book. And it was one of my books in our studies, I think, for my 300-hour yoga teacher training. But if you have not read The Four Agreements, I think everybody needs to read that book.
Do you remember
Don't
what they
think?
are?
I know, don't take anything personally.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the other three right off the bat.
Don't take things personally. Always do your best.
Always do your best.
Be impeccable with your word.
Right.
And what's the fourth one?
I don't know, but that's good. That's a good.
Oh no, we got to come up with the fourth one. What's that one?
I don't know.
I think I've got it somewhere.
Do you? Okay, so The Four Agreements. That was your book.
It'll come to me.
Okay. You know what? I just thought of mine. Codependent no more. And I don't and I was a actual teenager when I first read that book. It was actually recommended to me by a therapist when I was in therapy as a teenager. And it was, have you ever heard of that book, Codependent No More?
No.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I've actually given that book actually to a friend or two. So that's my book. That is my book.
I think I know where it is. Here we go. Don't make assumptions. That's the other one.
Okay. You were
So,
going to die until
I was
you
going to
came out.
die. I
Okay.
needed to
All
find it out.
right.
Be impeccable with your word. Don't take things personally. Don't make assumptions, and always do your best.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, guys, if y'all haven't read The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, and there's also The Four Agreements for Relationships, there's The Four Agreements for Children. Phenomenal book.
I'm just laughing because I just said that. So if you I just told our audience.
I was only half listening because I had to find the fourth agreement.
Now you know from both of us, it's a great read. It's a short read too. It's a short read. You can read that book in a day.
Easy.
So, all right. Next question. This is a good one. What's your toxic trait in a group chat?
I can't not do a reaction emoji to someone's text. And why it's a toxic trait is because several of the group chats that I'm in, people in there have Androids. So I don't know if you've noticed when you're in a group chat where there's iPhones and Androids, anybody who has an Android, when someone does a reaction on one of the comments, it just copies the entire comment on their end.
So you do that shit on purpose?
And I know that. I don't do it on purpose, but I know that that's happening to them and I do it anyway.
You're horrible. That is toxic, Melanie.
I want to react to the comments. Something needs a heart or a thumbs up or an exclamation point.
Okay, but speaking of, I do not like a thumbs up. Just so you know. I don't like it when you send me a thumbs up. I don't like when anybody sends me a thumbs up. Don't send me heart it. Don't.
It's not good enough if it's just like. You need it to be loved.
Yep. I need it. That's my toxic trait. I don't like it when you send me a thumbs up. It's not just you.
It's underwhelming.
But some of my friends already know. Don't send me a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Don't send me the.
Can I just also say too, if you don't use punctuation, I have a problem with that.
I do too.
I need people to use punctuation.
I do too.
If you're just like, if there's no punctuation, particularly if it's a statement that really requires an exclamation point and you don't do one, I'm just like, do you even care?
I'm like, who are you? And are you even speaking English? And do you know how to use punctuation? That's good. My toxic trait in a group chat is a lot of times, family, I love you, but sometimes on the family group chat, it gets lit. I'm not in a lot of group chats, but I'll just do not disturb. Like I'll just
mute everybody.
Just mute everybody. Yeah. Just for a little bit.
I love you, but everybody stop.
Yeah. So that's my toxic trait. We just learn things about each other. Just
I didn't know that about you. Do you ever mute me?
Never. Do you mute me?
Never.
Oh yeah, I've never muted you
never.
Ever. I don't. No, I wouldn't do that. No, you're my bestie.
What is one thing you... Oh, I love this question. What's one thing you always mess up, even though you should know better?
What's one thing you always mess up, even though you should know better? Why don't you answer this first? Because I don't ever mess up. I mean, what are you talking about?
Just pure and innocent, perfect.
Yeah.
Y'all,
give me an example.
I suck at time zone conversion. I can't do it.
Oh,
I have a mental block. And why this is a problem is because I, especially in the last 6 months, have been frequently going on other people's podcasts as a guest. And so these people are like all over the country. And every time it's a different time zone. And I got to do the time zone calculation in my mind. And I know the East Coast is an hour ahead of us.
Correct.
And I know that the West Coast is 2 hours behind us. And for some reason, even though I know that, when I go to calculate the time that I need to be present, I get it wrong every time. I'm like, now I have like a little bit of like a paranoia about it. Like I check and I double check and I put it into ChatGPT or I put it into Google just to make sure it's right. And I'm still anxious about it.
No, I still do it too. Just today you did it with our guests.
I know.
Me and Ben were like, no, it's this time. You're like, no, he's an hour. And we're like, no, that's an hour ahead is.
I don't know why. It's like I've got a mental block about it.
It's funny. Okay. Well, if I think of something witty, I'll come back to that one. I don't really have something. Nothing is coming to mind right now.
You're
but-
just too perfect.
No, I mess up, but I should know better. The time zone thing though trips me up too, though.
Yeah.
So
Okay, I'm not alone.
Okay, Melanie, which unhealthy habit, whether physical or emotional, is at the top of your working on it list right now? Oh,
I think you're going to relate to this one.
mm,
It's the rumination, the overthinking.
mm-hmm.
And it's one of those things where what I'll give myself kudos about is that I'm getting so much better about it that at this point, once I start doing it, it's only just
You can.
30 seconds to a minute in before I'm like, oh, good thing I'm cute. I'm doing the thing again.
Yeah.
I'm doing the rumination. And it just sort of is like it's almost just like an automatic thing. And it's ruminating about stupid stuff that doesn't matter anyway. But I will say I'm catching myself. I'm catching myself doing it. And then I'll go, okay, cool. That's cute. Put a stop to that, shift my thoughts to something else. And I kind of have to do that again. And then I have to do it again. And then I have to do it again. And then I do it again.
It's just rewiring.
But it's practice.
It's practice.
Yeah.
I love that.
And maybe at some point I'll figure out whatever it is that keeps me stuck in that and I'll clear it for good. But for now, I'm working on it. What about you?
Mine is a little more simple, and mine's more of a physical, unhealthy habit that I'm working on and that I've actually gotten a lot better. So, like, I'd say probably 2 to 3 years ago, it started. I'm obsessed with popcorn. And I used to literally eat popcorn maybe 3 days a week for dinner. Like, that was my main dinner during the week. Like, I would make a whole thing of it. Popcorn was my dinner. And we all know that there's no nutritional value.
Zero.
I mean, it's like I'm eating like a cow. Like, I'm eating just corn kernels. Like, that's all. And so
Well,
I
and you
have
know
gotten-
that corn is what they use to fatten up cows in the feedlot, don't you?
I know.
It's just pure sugar.
I know.
People think corn is a vegetable. Guys, corn is not a vegetable. Corn is a grain. It just breaks down into pure glucose in your body. There's no nutritional value at all, but you're working on it.
I'm working on it. But yes, like, I know, like, I should be shamed for this, but I'm just being honest. Like, I used to eat popcorn 3 to 4 days a week. Now I'm down to maybe once a week. I went to the movies last night, so I had popcorn, so that's like my fix. But and I'll use the air popper. I'll try to do as healthy as possible. I'll do the air popper. I'll do the real butter. I'll put some seasoned salt and, like, with a Coke Zero. That's but I'm working on it and I've gotten a lot better. So,
Awareness is the first step to change.
correct. Oh, this is a good one.
What is your go-to fake excuse when you don't want to go somewhere?
My stomach hurts. I got a tummy ache. I can't go. I don't feel good. I'm tired. That's my go-to.
That's your go-to.
Yeah. If
No.
I'm not feeling it, it's usually a physical ailment.
I usually blame Ben, but it's because he usually gives me permission to blame him. He's
Love
like, you
that.
just tell him I have something going on that I planned or whatever. But you know what? Honestly,
Yeah.
I that's something I've been working on is just say no. No thanks. Thank you for the invitation. Like, I'm really working on this within myself, not needing to provide an excuse, not needing to justify my choices. Just thank you for the invitation. No, I'm not available.
Why is that so hard for us?
Because what we're working on getting past is the need for validation and the need for approval and the need the
be
people
accepted.
people pleasing.
People-pleasing.
We're working on getting
The
past all
fawning.
that.
The fawning.
The fawning, exactly. So that's a big like for me that I've been doing that much more recently. Like in all kinds of situations. Like if somebody not getting to the point where I don't need to over explain myself.
Yes.
Don't need to over explain my choices. If somebody, instead of sending these long text replies that give everybody the full picture and justification for why I'm doing what I'm doing, just be like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Or sorry, I'm not available. And
Yeah.
not needing to explain why I'm not available, but just sorry, not available. Thank
Yeah.
you for the invitation.
Yeah.
At the Why of It All, we are passionate about healing mind, spirit, and body. And that's why we're proud to be sponsored by a brand whose passion for wellness runs as deep as ours, Tulip Blooms. Tulip Blooms is a family-owned American small business that crafts premium skincare products with intention, purity, and so much heart. Today we want to highlight one of their original flagship products, Rainfall, a luxurious, lightweight face and body lotion that feels like a soft summer rain for your skin. Made with soothing aloe vera and a powerhouse blend of cold-pressed botanical oils like jojoba, rosehip, and evening primrose. Rainfall quenches thirsty skin, delivering lasting hydration with zero greasiness. Rainfall is gentle enough for the face, nourishing enough for the body, and the perfect daily go-to, especially after sun exposure when your skin craves extra care. Choose from calming scents like almond, lavender, or our favorite, rose geranium, or go fragrance-free. And with both full-size and travel-size options, your glow can go wherever you do. This isn't mass-produced skincare. It's handmade in small batches by real people who put real love into every bottle. Tulip Blooms offers more than just Rainfall, too. Think decadent body butters, facial serums, artisan soaps, and even beard oil for the guys. Whether you're looking to hydrate, heal, or just show your body a little more love, Tulip Bloom delivers high-vibe care you can feel good about because it's skincare rooted in nature, backed by integrity, and made with intention. Visit tulipblooms.shop and use our exclusive promo code HEAL, that's HEAL, at checkout for 10% off your order.
Getting there.
There's getting there, working on that. And I don't really have to do that I don't do as much as I used to, but yeah, I'll usually use a physical ailment if I just don't want to go. A little white lie, just a tiny white lie. Okay. Melanie, you've been arrested. What do your friends assume you did? This is a weird one.
This is a weird one.
Because we're both just little angels.
Well, here, okay, I'll tell you this much.
I got
so
one.
I can't think of like an in the moment thing, but like pretend it was 5 years ago.
Okay.
It would have been, you've been arrested. What do your friends assume you did? I don't know, like refuse to stand 6 feet apart, refuse to wear a mask in a store. Like I'm not necessarily like a rule breaker if the rules make sense to me, but if they're stupid rules, and my perspective is that those were
not
stupid
your
rules,
truth, but your perspective.
they were stupid rules. So that like if there's a rule that's in place and it's a stupid rule and it doesn't make any sense to me at all whatsoever, I'm not really gonna follow those rules.
Okay. So
I can't think of a specific example that's applicable right now, but
Okay.
back in 2020 that might have been what it was.
I mean, the closest, I've never even been close to being arrested. I don't think so. But like, my car got towed 6 months ago because I had unpaid parking tickets. So can they put a warrant out?
I think they can.
Okay. So that's what my friends would assume I got arrested for.
So
Was
in other words,
probably
handle your shit, Gina.
handle my shit. Don't, yeah. And that's just so unlike me. Like right now, my vehicle tags on my car are like 2 months expired. That is not like me either. I feel like such a rebel.
Don't get a ticket.
I know. Okay.
What's one healing trend that gives you the ick? This is kind of like the other question we had before about what word or buzzword
What
should
healing,
be.
what's
Yeah.
one healing trend that gives you the ick?
I can think of one.
Oh,
Okay.
well, it doesn't give me the ick, but like it's not something that I'd probably ever do.
Mm-hmm.
Is like do like the psilocybin or like the ibogaine or any of that. Like I'm just so like sensitive. My body is so sensitive, and as I've gotten older, like I just treat my body so much better, and I'm so much more healthy that like the thought of like taking, but although I know that there are people that have done the psilocybin, they've done those and the ibogaine, like I've heard amazing clearing up of post-traumatic stress, traumatic, like it's not that I'm not supportive if that's for you, but for me, when I think about it, I'm like instantly, no, I would never do that. So
is ibogaine? This is something I've only just heard about recently. Ibogaine, is that similar to like ayahuasca? I think ibogaine is a pharmaceutical. Ayahuasca is a plant. But
I think it's in that realm. Okay. And I just listened to a podcast on it, and I can tell you about the podcast. It was on the Him and Her show, the Skinny Confidential. But a guy was talking about it, and I just recently learned about ibogaine. And so I think it's a pharmaceutical, but it's a hallucinogenic. But the way that he described it, it was like you can stay lucid and you can stay awake and keep your eyes open the whole time and go through it. Now, if you close your eyes, that sometimes you could potentially like go somewhere, you know.
And is it guided the way
Yes.
ayahuasca is guided?
You want to do it under a medical
Okay.
professional. Yeah, same thing. But
I-
like
what
for
I
me, that gives me the ick because
Yeah.
for me, I just don't think I don't have the balls
Yeah.
to do it. What about you?
And what I have heard about that
Yeah.
ibogaine is that it is extraordinary for PTSD.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I've heard. Yeah, actually, I just heard that like Texas, we just did a $50 million funding for this.
For a study.
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I'm interested.
anyway, do
I
you
would
have
like to look into more. Mine was going to be pretty much what you said,
What?
only
Oh, really?
because I didn't know that much about those. I was
Yeah.
going to go ayahuasca.
Ayahuasca.
And I'm fascinated by
I
what
am
I've
too.
heard about
I am
ayahuasca
too.
experiences.
But-
I've never done it.
It is-
My aversion, the thing that gives me the ick, is the barfing. My understanding is that there's an awful lot of barfing involved, and
Awful lot
I
of
have a very strong aversion to barfing.
No.
I don't think I could do it just for that reason alone.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's barfing with ibogaine.
I can't remember when he described it. I don't think there was the element of barfing. Not like with ayahuasca. No, I don't. But I can't.
Hey, if anybody out there knows anything about ibogaine, let us know in the comments if there's
Tell us.
barfing involved.
Yes. Okay. Oh, this is a good one.
Oh,
What movie, Melanie, can you basically quote entirely? I've got a couple.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh yeah.
Man, I could
really?
throw
Can
the
you quote-
football over them mountains.
Okay. Mine is Kill Bill.
Which I am so impressed that
Kill
you could
Bill.
quote that movie.
Oh yeah, and Splash. Does anybody remember Splash? Daryl Hannah, Tom
Barely
Hanks.
remember that.
Oh, I kind of want to watch it again. Oh, such a classic. I have watched Splash. I mean, I was young, very young. I think it came out in the late 80s, I think.
Yeah.
But Splash and Kill Bill.
Mm.
Maybe even Pulp Fiction too,
Pulp
which
Fiction's
is
a
another
good
Quentin
one.
Tarantino.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are good ones.
Gina, you and I have a Napoleon Dynamite quote that we've said to each other for years.
Which
Remember?
one?
I want that.
I want that. And if you know, you know.
If you know, you
Right?
know.
Okay,
Exactly.
now we got the blind questions.
Woo! All right, you want to go first? Or let's go back and forth.
Let's go back and forth. Okay. So basically, we both like had questions that neither one of us have seen. We saw the other ones kind of, but these are like rapid fire Q&As that we have given each other that we have not yet seen. Okay, you want me to go first?
Yes.
Okay, Melanie,
We'll take turns.
you ready?
Yes.
Coffee or tea, and how do you take it?
Oh, coffee, easy.
How do you take it?
No sugar, just heavy cream.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. Got a question for me? I'm
What-
nervous.
What's a piece of advice you'd give that you absolutely don't follow?
Really? Meditate daily. Man, consistency is so hard. I'm just being authentic.
Yeah.
Just being
Yeah,
vulnerable.
we're just being real.
But that is advice that I know it works. I know it has healing properties. I know it's very effective, but I may not take my
It's
own
hard to do
advice.
it sometimes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
got to build that habit.
Yes.
What celebrity do you think you could realistically be friends with?
What celebrity do I realistically think I could be friends with? Well, because I just watched one of her movies last night, Dakota Johnson. She just seems so chill. Like I've seen her in several movies, and she's kind of a newer actor. Maybe what she's come on the scene maybe in the last 5 years, but in every movie she just seems chill.
Yeah.
And she's beautiful. So I would say Dakota Johnson.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, Melanie. If you could instantly master one skill or hobby, what would it be? Oh,
If I could master
you could
one
master
skill-
one
Oh,
skill or hobby.
um,
What would it be?
I want to learn to fly a helicopter.
Really?
I think that would be so much fun.
I did not know this about you.
Okay, so
You're a daredevil.
years ago, I kind of am.
Yeah.
Years ago, I was on a trip with family in Hawaii, and we took a helicopter tour around the island. And everybody else was in the back, and I happened to get the seat up in the front
Yeah.
near the pilot.
Yeah.
And everybody in the back is like oohing and ahhing out the windows. We're flying next to waterfalls and over the ocean and all this beautiful scenery. And I'm sitting next to the pilot, and I'm like, what does that button do? And what happens when you do that? Why'd you hit that lever? What does that do? Like, that's all I could think about was how is he making this thing work? It was just really cool. So It's interesting. Like I think it would be amazing to learn to fly, but I have no interest in an airplane. I would want to fly a helicopter.
Just helicopters.
Yeah.
Okay. I just learned something about my best friend I didn't know. All right. That's a good one.
That doesn't happen very often anymore.
No, it
No.
doesn't. Mm-mm. All right.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
What is a hill you die on that makes no logical sense?
What? What is a hill I would die on that makes no logical sense? So what's something that I would just like,
Like, this is my perspective on it. I will die on this hill even though it's ridiculous.
I don't know. Nothing's coming to, do you have one?
I got a few.
What's it? Really?
But people might argue that they are logical. I
Well-
think that we need a revolution in sushi. I think that a sushi why is sushi this freaking big? I can't fit that in my mouth. Nobody can. Why is sushi always made so big? It's not like you can just bite it in half if the whole thing falls apart. I think
We need a sushi
there
revolution.
needs to be a revolution in the design of sushi. And
I love that.
everyone I've ever said that to agrees with me completely. So why hasn't it happened yet? Why are we still making sushi too big for anybody's mouths?
I think we need to have a whole episode on that. We need to have, or a whole post on that, because I actually agree with you.
See?
I agree with
Everyone
you.
agrees with me.
I agree with you.
I don't understand it.
And I just thought about something that's kind of like, and maybe this does make but what's like singing at the top of your lungs in the car to the music, like that is one thing that I feel like has so many like, if you just, I think it's healing. I think it's healing, and people may not think it's healing, but like that's one thing, because I know that like if I'm in the car and I'm jamming music and I get the goosebumps and I'm listening to a song, like you may not agree, but I think that that's really healing.
I can tell you why it's healing.
Why?
Or at least one aspect of why it's healing.
Why?
Besides the fact that it just feels good and it raises your vibration. Besides
Yes.
that, I learned recently that there are a number of different exercises that you can do to tone the vagal nerve. You know, the vagal nerve in
yes.
terms of your
Okay.
nervous system
Mhm.
runs all the way down through. And the vagal nerve itself is really important in terms of that autonomic nervous system response.
Yeah.
And one of the exercises to tone the vagal nerve is singing.
Well, see,
Because it vibrates in your chest, and the vibration in the chest affects directly the vagal tone.
so that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to strengthen my vagal nerve when I do that.
That's definitely why you were doing it.
Okay. Okay, this is a good one for you, Melanie. But early mornings or late nights, which feels more like you?
Can I say both?
Yes. You
So
can say whatever.
early
you want.
mornings, I've learned, are some of the best times to get important stuff done. Particularly, early when we first started this show back in like February, or maybe it was March when we did the episode on the morning routine.
Oh yeah.
And I had so much resistance to early mornings before that. And since that, I'm now like 58 straight days in a row of waking up early and doing my morning self-care routine before my daughter wakes up. And I love it. I still love it.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. But
So,
you're also a night owl too,
but
though.
right,
You can
but
be.
but I have a tendency to, in my house, I stay up late after everybody else goes to bed. And I think that has to do with just generally being an introvert and really valuing that time at the end of the day where I'm just being calm. I'm not doing anything, and there's nobody else's influence. Nobody's asking me for things. I'm not being, required to do anything or say anything. It's just me in the quiet.
It's your decompression
it's
time.
exactly. So I don't know. I'd
So-
say both. What I'm not is a late night socialization person. I don't socialize late.
I don't either.
Like if somebody makes dinner plans past 6:30, I'm like, what are you talking about? Who
who-
even are you? Why?
No.
No.
No, I'm in my PJs by 8, so
Yeah.
we better go eat at 5.
My sister says anytime somebody does late night dinner plans, she says, "What are we in Ibiza?"
That's good.
It
Oh,
is
that's
good.
good. Okay.
Super good.
All right.
All right.
Another one.
What's the one thing you would immediately outlaw if you became president?
Mean people. Mean.
Nobody's allowed to. That's so
Mean.
subjective, though.
It is, isn't
It's
it?
totally subjective.
It's my truth. It's my truth. I don't know. We're gonna have to. That's a
I think it should be illegal to drive the speed limit in the passing lane.
Oh yeah, you did.
And I think maybe
say
there
that.
might be some things on the books where I know it's frowned upon. I think that driving slow in the left lane you can get ticketed for, but it's never enforced. It's
Okay.
never enforced. If you're driving the speed limit in the passing lane, get the heck out of my way.
Stop.
What are you doing?
Move over.
What are you even
What are you even doing?
Have you done this before?
Okay. Okay, we've got what, 2 more questions each?
I think so.
Okay, this is a good one. You're stranded on a deserted island.
Ooh.
What book, snack, and person are you bringing? Oh, this is a good one.
Okay, are we excluding family from this conversation?
You can. It just says
Okay.
person.
I would bring you.
Aww.
Okay.
You better have said
What
that.
book would I bring?
Yeah, what book?
God.
What book? Just one.
Well, I don't need the 4 agreements because there's nobody else they're interacting with except you, and we get along fine.
Yeah.
So
And we know the book, so what book?
I don't know if I could pick one book. I'm gonna have to skip that part
Okay,
of the
what
question.
about
That's
snack?
too hard. But snack,
Mm-hmm.
Ferrero Rocher, those little chocolate hazelnut things. I mean, it's not going to sustain me for long.
No,
but
the
if
Ferrero
I'm
Rocher.
trapped on a desert island,
Okay.
that's
All right.
my go. That's my little treat myself.
I love it. I love it. Okay, book we'll come back to. That was a good question, though.
It was a good
It's
question.
cute. Okay.
Yeah, do you have answers for that?
Snack popcorn. And person you.
We just talked about how you're trying to eat less popcorn.
But I mean, come on. If times are tough, man. If it's survival, yeah, I'm gonna bring some pop. I'm gonna enjoy my time out on the deserted island.
I like how neither one of us made responsible choices with that snack.
We did it. Yeah, because your snack is just all sugar
No,
too.
all of these are just treat ourselves, feel
Yeah.
good snacks, but
Yeah.
they're not gonna sustain us for long.
No, I'm not gonna take a
It's
macro
okay.
bar.
It's a hypothetical question.
Yeah, it's a hypothetical. All right, we have one more each.
All right.
I think.
Question. This is sort of a this is sort of an if then. Okay. Or what would you
Either
choose
or?
here? Either
Oh,
or.
okay.
Burn all your old journals or reread them out loud on the podcast.
Oh,
I know. That's a hard one for you because you've been a journal person
For a long-
freaking years.
but we've read journal excerpts.
We have.
But
But
all
this
of
is
them?
all of them.
Oof. I'd probably say burn.
Okay, I did not see that coming. I thought you were
Really?
going to say reread.
It'd be really cringy. The ones from years ago would probably be super cringy. I don't know if I'd want to put you through that. I don't know if I want to put our listeners through that. Oh, I'd probably say burn.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'd
that's my-
read.
Would you
I
read?
think I would.
Really? Even the cringe?
I like the idea of being able to go back at some point and reread and just watch my journey unfold.
But like, I can do that too, but you want to read it all for all these people? Would you do? I mean, I like to go back sometimes and reflect, but we're talking about reading it in front of me and everybody else.
I ain't got nothing to hide.
Okay.
You guys can fast forward.
All right. All right. That's good. All right. Last. Ooh, this is a good one.
Ooh.
What, do I have one more too?
Nope.
Huh? That was my last one, right?
I think so.
You have one more. This is good. What's the why behind doing this podcast with me? No pressure, but make it good. Ooh.
Okay, wait. Let me zero in on the question. Are you asking why with you or why in general
So
for the
what's
show?
the why
What's
behind-
my why for the show?
Sure, you can make it like that. What's the why behind doing this podcast? With me though, it's always been you and me.
The why is because guidance moved us in that direction and we said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the rest is unfolding and we're still figuring that out.
Mm-hmm.
But we both felt both felt our inner guidance system saying, this is what you do next.
Mm-hmm. I also have to say how brave I think it was for us. I sent you a birthday shout out and I just said, I don't know if you read it, but I said, thank you for jumping out in the deep end with me and trusting this process. So I think it was really brave.
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought that I'm just adding my.
It continues to be. I mean, you and I
does,
were
doesn't it?
putting ourselves out here
We are.
in ways that I don't know that I would have felt comfortable with, but we're stepping into
We are.
the courage to use our voice, the
Yeah.
courage to be seen.
Heard.
Um,
It takes a lot of vulnerable. We're learning how to be, well, better presence on camera, but I'm learning, I'm not going to speak for you, but to be more vulnerable and just, I think we've maintained that. I think we have that vulnerability and that authenticity.
the things that caused the wounds within us that we are working diligently to overcome were different. But the wounds themselves and how we reacted to them and how we responded to them and the, like we said, the insecurities and the fawn response and the people pleasing and all of that is the same for us. So I think how marvelous is it that we chose and our inner guidance led us to taking on this project that literally puts us in a position to be faced with our deepest fears. And we said yes.
We said yes. We jumped off the deep end.
Yeah.
We did it together.
Thank goodness. I don't know if I'd want to do it alone.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't. It's me and you, baby, till the end.
Till the end.
Me
Ride
and
or
you, baby.
die.
Oh, this is good. All right.
Okay.
We're getting to the speed round here.
Okay.
All right. Sweet or salty?
Sweet.
Salty.
Chaos or control?
Control.
Control. Working on that.
Working on that.
But definitely not chaos.
Morning person or night owl?
Well, I kind of talked about all that. I'm a little both.
I'm morning person. Yeah. All right.
Okay, here's what, now you guys are about to understand why we titled this episode what we did. Crocs or jail?
Crocs.
Jail. I will never put those things on my feet. I'm sorry.
I stepped into her house like a month ago with my platform black Crocs.
Which, did you know that's a thing.
It's a whole
There
thing.
is platform Crocs.
No, I have lifts in my Crocs, and that's the only way I would wear these Crocs, or Crocs in general, is because there's like it makes me like 2 inches taller. So I'm like on stilts kind of when I'm, so anyway.
Give me jail.
This is hilarious.
You'll never see
I'm
me with
Crocs.
on my feet.
All right. Denim jacket or emotional support hoodie?
I'm gonna go denim jacket.
I knew you
I'm gonna
were.
go vintage
I
denim.
knew you were going to say that. I'm emotional support hoodie. Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Intentional silence or overshare spiral?
Which one am I? I probably would rather be intentional silence, but I'm probably an overshare spiral.
100% samesies.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Say goodbye to everyone or Irish goodbye.
Say goodbye to everyone. I can't not. Everyone gets a
can't-
hug.
I know.
Everyone gets eye
do. I do
contact.
the same
And I'm
thing.
going to miss you so much. I cannot leave the building without saying goodbye to everybody.
I'm not good at an Irish goodbye. Mm-mm. All right.
Accidentally reply all to a petty text or get a bad haircut before vacation.
Accidentally reply all to a petty text.
Ooh, I'm going bad haircut because I can always just put a hat on.
That's good. All right. Overshare on the podcast or answer a phone call from unknown.
Overshare on the podcast, which I do anyway.
Overshare on the podcast.
I will never answer an unknown caller.
Never. All right.
Run into your ex mid panic attack or mid spray tan.
Which ex? I'm probably gonna say mid spray tan.
I'm gonna go with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This is the best one. Live, laugh, love tattoo or explain cryptocurrency to your grandma. That's a tough one.
Well,
Damn.
I'm gonna go explain cryptocurrency to grandma because she's not gonna remember after a little while anyway.
Me too. That's where I'm
Okay,
going
which
to.
is surprising because you've got tattoos all over.
I do, but I don't want to live, laugh, love tattoo. It's just not authentic. So explain cryptocurrency to your grandma.
One awkward voice memo or 10 typo riddled texts.
Ooh, I'm going to go one awkward voice memo.
I knew you were going to pick that one. You're the voice memo.
I'm
Really?
the voice
I mean,
memo
because
queen.
the other question is voice memo or text, and you're for sure voice memo.
Voice memo these
You're
days,
the only
man.
person I exchange voice memos with.
I've been talking recently to a friend, and it was the first time he'd ever done a voice memo. He was like, "Oh my God, this is cool, thanks." And so now we send voice memos to each other. He's like, "Oh wow, a whole world, a whole new world."
Yeah.
Anyway, okay, be ghosted or be the ghoster. Oh, oh,
I'm going to go be the ghoster, but I'd feel really bad about it.
yeah.
And the reason for that, of course,
Yeah.
is that if you want to torture me, the best way to torture me is to not communicate. It's pure torture.
I'm gonna say I would be the ghoster, but feel
Yeah.
really guilty.
But feel really
but
bad about it.
also in certain situations, silence is the answer.
Uh-huh.
Silence is an answer. So ghosting sometimes there's a time and a place.
Mm-hmm.
I've
That's fair.
discovered the beauty of being quiet and being silent. Okay.
All right, lose your phone for a day or your emotional stability for an hour.
Lose my emotional stability for an hour.
I think if I lost my phone for a whole day, I would automatically lose my emotional stability. And that's sad to say.
That was kind of.
You know, when we were growing up, we just kept ourselves entertained and we were much more
Yes.
present.
Yes.
And here we are.
Did we have cell phones when we first started living together? We did, didn't we?
Well,
Barely.
yeah, when we were living together.
Yeah, we just,
Yeah,
okay.
I got my
Yes.
first cell phone in high school.
Oh, I didn't get my first cell phone until early 20s.
Yeah. Well, you're a little older than me.
Mm.
Hate to point that out.
Man.
Yeah.
Melanie, how old are you now? 44?
I am 44.
Okay, and I'm 49, so we're 5 years apart.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we always forget this?
I don't know. I don't know.
Anyway. Guys, that is probably
How in the heck? Okay, so Gina and I took a bet
Oh, yeah.
before this episode started
won.
how long we thought this episode was going to go, and you freaking won, man. I thought it was going to be 35 minutes.
Melanie said 35. I said, what did I
You
say?
said
50?
50.
I said 50.
So you were way closer than
All
me.
right.
Jeez.
This was fun though. This was
I
fun.
hope you guys enjoyed that. We just thought it would be fun to do something light and fun and playful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just let our hair down a little bit and let you guys get to know us a little bit aside from, all the crying and the therapy and the neuroplasticity and the rewiring. Like, we're still all about that. And there's going to be more stuff coming about that. But we just wanted to, and it was your idea to lighten things up. So thank you.
Yeah.
Great idea. Great idea. So,
All right, guys. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this episode, give us a thumbs up. That is the very best way to support this show is a thumbs up or a share or a like or subscribe, whatever platform you're on. And of course, share with your friends. All right. Thanks, guys. See you on the
Bye.
next one.